Welcome to Bokbaai, the location of Nature Connect's weekly environmental camps.
Octopus.
Each week, facilitators and staff come together to offer young minds an immersive experience in nature. The journey to Bokbaai starts at the Zeekoevlei office, where staff carefully pack everything needed for the camp: supplies, equipment, and materials.
Do you think 30 minutes is enough to do this? What's in my stomach and the food I need to do mini set. So planning for camp basically starts the first day when a school inquires about the program. So now remember we say this one is going to start at 10:15. So how long do you think? We have to make sure that we've got all the information that we are going to teach the kids. About 2 days before the camp, we start packing.
We have 2 head cooks and 2 assistant cooks. They are always prepared to be at camp at any time, even if it's at short notice. Sometimes they work back-to-back camps, which means that they work 3 days and then another 3 days join.
And then on the day of camp, the morning, we're on the road.
The team needs to get going to Bokbaai by 8 in the morning, as the next camp's school bus is scheduled to arrive at 9:30. Bokbaai is located on the west coast of South Africa, just north of Melkstrand near Cape Town. It is the home of Nature Connect's environmental and leadership camps, where students can be immersed in nature and gain hands-on experiences.
And that's when we meet the kids.
The moment the bus gets here, that's when the job actually starts. We have a very special weekend this weekend. We have a program for Mamre Primary School. It's the grade 7 camp. They're bringing about 20 of the learners, and that's all for all prefects that are bringing.
So net die sakke hier dan maak ons 'n circle in die middel.
The main topic for this program is going to be focusing on team building and leadership.
Dis mos nou ons begin van ons kamp, né?
We build a program around the needs of the school, whether it is that they want something that's more environmental focused or something that's more suited to team building and leadership. We form the whole program around the needs of the learner and the needs of the teacher and the needs of the school in general.
So daar is iets wat hulle gesien het in Diamond om vir Diamond 'n prefek te maak. As verstaan julle dit?
Touch of environmental education, where we give them the opportunity to explore the wildlife at Bokbaai. This is just to make their leadership characters much stronger. So day one would be focusing on the individual learner. The first things that we would normally do is just to see how far the kids are in terms of confidence. And for them to be the prefects of the school, they need to have confidence, they need to be brave, giving that individual leader the opportunity to express themselves.
Upon arrival, the kitchen staff quickly get to work, but there's a challenge. Traffic has delayed the schedule and they are running behind on lunch. Anwar steps in and keeps the kids busy with fun activities, making sure they stay engaged while the kitchen catches up.
It looks like, no, it's easy.
Despite the delays, the kitchen staff manages to serve lunch on time.
To see to all of them that they get what they have to get, you know. I just love doing it, you know. I'm in this industry like for 30 years already, so I love doing it. I'm Soraya. I'm working at Nature Connect. I'm a cook.
But because we have a team, a whole, and if I say team, I mean every department that is involved in it. From hospitality, the cleaning, to the facilitating, to the safety and security that we have at Bokbaai. This camp is being worked on way before the camp even started.
After lunch, facilitators guide the children through discussions that inspire teamwork, responsibility, and environmental stewardship.
Jy kan praat, Debbie. Leierskap, okay, julle lei. Wat lei julle? Wat? Die prefekte, né? Enige iemand anders te? Baie belangrike kommunikasie is 'n baie belangrike vorm, is 'n baie belangrike karakter van 'n goeie leier.
As the sun sets, the focus shifts to nocturnal animals. During the evening class, the children learn about the fascinating creatures that come alive after dark.
Hy kom voor in Cape Town, alright? Wat sê die tweede naam vir ons?
Anwar leads a night walk exercise, helping the children adapt to the dark and experience the world of nocturnal creatures firsthand.
Ons kan iets doen wat ons skool adaptasie, wat ons adapt. Nee, so nou ons gaan dit uitoefen met ons oë. Almal, ek wil julle lig sien, sit hulle ligte af.
Yes man. Oh hell nah.
On the second day, the children embark on a guided hike to the rocky shores.
Hulle kan gaan sonder water, né? Soos ons kyk na die Zeekoevlei, né? Die Zeekoevlei, sê hulle gewys het, toe ek dit oopmaak toe, wat wou uit? Dis baie sap uit.
The main aim is to get to a point where, to an area which we call Bokbaai, where there's quite a lot of different types of rock pools that we can explore and give the learners the opportunity to also look at the rock pools.
Anwar shares fascinating insights on marine life and the rocky shore ecosystem.
I know personally from me growing up, always when we go to the beach, when we go to the ocean, we only see the water.
But then, an amazing encounter happened, something none of them expected.
We only see the waves. That's the only type of things we see. Yes, we see the rocks because when I grew up, we used to play on the rocks a lot. But then there's not a sense of actually this is a habitat for a certain type of animal that you can only find in this area.
It's baie interesting. Octopus. Hoe kyk jy julle octopus?
We were fortunate enough to see the octopus, and the amazing thing about that is, yes, for most of the learners, they also saw the octopus for the first time. But for me, it was an experience because I got to see the octopus with learners.
Right there, as the children explore the shores, they come face to face with an octopus.
100% great for me.
The sight leaves everyone in awe as they witness this remarkable marine creature in its natural habitat. The children are amazed and inspired by this unexpected discovery, creating a lasting memory.
Ons het 'n rocky shore en ons het 'n sandy shore. Nee, die rocky shore as die shoreline wat die rotse het. Nog so wat. As jy bang is, kyk net so weg. Nee, skyn net so 'n bietjie agter toe as jy bang is.
Nee, is die water.
Gaan nie buite man, hè.
Was dit 'n kruie?
As die pen op die tipe octopus. Weet jy mos different soort octopus. Nee, soos die is meestal van jou kleintjies, right?
The aim behind the programs that we do have is to explore and engage with nature in a way that it sets everything aside. We have that fear for animals, we have that fear for this or the other, and seeing the octopus, it was just amazing for them because they got to see an animal up and close, and to show them, for me being able to be there, to show them, look here, you don't need to be scared of this animal, look here, we can touch it, and that was amazing.
After lunch, it's time for a team-building obstacle course. Facilitators guide the children through various challenges, focusing on communication, trust and teamwork as they work together to overcome obstacles.
Let's take that individual learner, that leader, and put him into a team, and let's see how that individual learner interact with team dynamics. Most of them, even the ones that started off the camp, like, yes, I have a little bit of confidence, but I don't know how to activate my confidence.
During the obstacle course, one of the learners suffers a minor injury to her finger. Fortunately, Freddie, a certified first aider, is quick to attend to the light wound.
We do sometimes get small incidents where we have to administer first aid, and luckily most of us are first aiders. So a little plaster here and there. My name is Freddie Vaz. I am a graduate intern at Nature Connect, and I work in the environmental education department. I always wanted to explore different aspects in conservation as I'm a newly graduate, and I've always had a passion for environmental education. There are various skills that I've learned and tools that I found that I could equip myself as a fresh graduate, finding their feet in the world, in the work world. I've learned skills such as how to communicate with different people, different learners from different backgrounds, work on activity creation, figure out lesson planning.
This is our third year that we are coming here at Bokbaai, and we think that the program at Bokbaai is specially designed for our learners to learn how to work together and to help each other, learn about nature, and how to help one another in difficult times.
As the night sky unfolds, Anwar leads a stargazing session, pointing out constellations and sharing the rich mythology of the Khoi San people.
Ons gaan lê op ons naad van ons rug, maar met ons koppe wat langs mekaar is, né? Soos ons koppe gaan 'n sirkel maak, né? Dan fokus ons almal mos op een ding.
Instead of just looking at stars like stars, we pointed out a few of the constellations.
Alle ligte gaat af asseblief.
Locally, we spoke about how the Khoi San people used to use the stars back in the days to travel, to navigate themselves.
When the Khoi Sans were still active in the area, right, or in these areas, there weren't calendars or anything like that. So obviously they had to look to something, right, to give them a time, a date, or to give them like seasons.
And explain to them like how it come about to have these constellations and the stories around the stars.
Can you guys see the satellite moving there? One of the stories that they talk about is how the Milky Way was formed, right? And how the Milky Way was formed is there's one story of a young girl, right? Her father was one of the greatest hunters.
Also to help them understand the environment around them, and that was one of the highlights also for me, because then the learners could relate to it. Most of the learners, they were like relating to how you can use it for direction and things like that, and also how difficult it were back in the days to use the stars to navigate without having most of the technology that we have today.
On the final day, the camp comes to an end as the children pack up their belongings and say their goodbyes.
The sad greetings, the goodbyes and that. Yeah, so that was also like, for me, I could see on their faces because some of them didn't want to go home.
They learned leadership skills here, teamwork, and all about nature.
You see, as much as the camp is about and for the environment, it's also for and about people.
There are a lot of memorable moments throughout my short journey at Nature Connect thus far. Various camps that I've been a part of. That is so memorable, it's hard for me to choose one specific one. But it all comes down to like just having a passion for nature and a passion for educating, because regardless how small your efforts are, it all goes to conserving the environment. And so sometimes environmental education could be seen as a little thing that is so far pushed back, but being here has really taught me how impactful it is. Sometimes when you're on a camp, it feels like you are yourself one of the learners, because you are there helping them and getting through it, so you are in the forefront of everything. So those are like the memorable things that I enjoy on the camp. The walks, the interacting with learners, getting to know learners more.
The memories created during their time will stay with them long after they leave. The weekly camps at Bokbaai are made possible by the hard work and dedication of the facilitators, kitchen staff, and all those who contribute to creating an environment where children can connect with nature, learn, and grow. Each camp is a unique experience, and the impact it leaves is felt long after the children return home.